But here we go, 5 red lights for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Red Bull on pole, Haas beside them. It's lights out and away we go as we head down into turn 1. Who is going to get the better jump? I think it was Hulkenberg. Liam there in the Ferrari, already around the outside of the Haas driver. We've got 2 drivers going side by side here, which is Morgan Hughes and Kieran. Morgan Hughes holds it down the inside, but into turn 4, Kieran has to concede, already down 2 positions there, as I think we had 2 drivers going side by side there. But can we see a move from Michael Lewis here down the inside? No, we cannot, but we are going to see a send there from Michael Lewis on Failing. Can Failing hold that? A little bit of his contact there, as I think Michael Lewis had a slight snap there, and I think Charlie Murphy has been able to stay in front there as Dylan gets through on Michael Lewis there. Michael Lewis having a horrific start there. Restored Pandek, can they look for a move around the outside of the Haas? The Haas dives it down the inside. A lot of contact there between 2 Alpines there, but the Williams stays in front. Let's have a look at these Alpines fighting. What are they doing very early on? As I think PRC Pistol there stays in front. Are we going to see any moves further up? Morgan Hughes getting a little bit twitchy there with Kieran. As Kieran tried to look for the switchback, but unable to make that. As we have a bit of a move down there, but I don't think there was anything more than that. Let's let me go to the tyres there. Dylan goes a little bit wide there. Can Throne go look for a move there? No, he cannot. Will Michael Lewis look for a send here on the Haas driver down the inside into turn 5? They are going to go down the inside. Can they get that move stick? No, they completely spin out and they are demoted down to P19 there. Keenan getting quite close to Failing there, but just about having to back out. Oh, and there's contact between himself and Harry, and that is going to be a penalty for the Alpine there. Just couldn't react to Keenan's braking there, and that is Keenan down to P13. Keenan and Jamo, though, going side by side. I think Keenan is actually going to try and make a move on Worldwide, and Worldwide has kind of turned in a little bit there. I saw that late, so I can't really give a definite yes or no as to whose fault that was. A very good driver for me. Obviously, he's reserving at the moment. He has told me that he isn't looking to race, as BRC Worldwide and Moores, they're going side by side. Moores really trying to stay in front of BRC Worldwide. Worldwide still on the outside, eventually has to tuck it behind, and there are no other moves being made there. Liam getting really close to Keenan here. Obviously, Keenan trying to do everything he can to try and keep that Ferrari behind, but that Ferrari just on the fresher tyres, you can't really do anything as Fisnick gets through there, and I don't think it'll be a question to let Morgan Hughes through when he can. I think we'll see Keenan move to the outside to let his teammate through here. And you can see there Papaya ordering the team rules there, moving Keenan out of the way. And now he's going to try and do everything he can to try and keep Hulkenberg behind. And you can see him going very defensive, but look at the grip of Hulkenberg to just swoop round the outside and just go, thank you very much. And that P6 spot is mine. So it's not exactly a direct comparison there. Liam and Fisnick going side by side out of turn 9. Still going to remain side by side into the hotel section. Can Fisnick hold this down the inside? Yes, he does. Will Liam look for the switchback? He does. Round the outside for the Ferrari. Will he look for a secondary switchback into the hotel section? No, he doesn't. That is Fisnick up to P2. Decent move from the Red Bull. So he probably could have gone for the move, but didn't feel safe in doing so, which I completely understand. But you could just see Fisnick is just staying on the outside. And I'll tell you what, it might have worked for him, but Liam's still down the inside, latest on the brakes. Fisnick is still there on the outside. Liam trying a switchback, but it isn't helping him, and I think Fisnick has done a decent job there to stay in front, but he is going to feel it now down this next straight as Liam is really just going to be able to get past there and already into P2 there. Yellow flags, that is Kieran, I think, as he spun and has spun again somehow. And he is on the racing line. What is he doing? He's trying to find the right way. Yes, it is that way. It is an anti-clockwise circuit, mate. Failing still all over the back of Morgan Hughes. Can Liam do anything, though? Getting quite close to Fisnick. And you can see Moores is literally there in front of him. But look at the defense from Fisnick. Absolutely perfectly placing his car there to stop that charging Ferrari getting past, although he might have got a slight track limits there. And we are going to see Failing trying to look for a move down the inside of Morgan Hughes into the hotel section, keeping it very clean at the moment. but side by side, and I'll tell you what, that was a great defensive move there from Morgan Hughes, although he had a Mercedes down his inside. Throne and Hayes there. I think that might have been due to team orders. Fisnick round the outside of Keenan, slight bit of contact. Can Fisnick hold this round the outside? And he is. Can he get into the lead? Yes, he can. Look at that slingshot, though, from Fisnick. Liam is passed on Keenan as well. And so is Blake as well. So both Ferraris there. Although Keenan is going to try a switchback here into the chicane. And I'll tell you what, fair play to Keenan there for getting the switchback and executing it nicely. Moore's looking for the inside of Throne in there. Gets the move. We've got a Sauber going to the inside. Oh, is that Blake off the track there? I think it might have been. Hayes there, I think, has lost 2 positions there to Fisnick and Liam. And at timing sheets, Trailing does indeed get past. Morgan Hughes also gets past Blake as well. Keenan's down to P12, so he lost 2 places as well. He's going to try and look for the move around the outside of the Ferrari once again of Blake. Turn in, no contact this time. Very nice and clean through there. Blake holds P11. Yeah, it's just a really bit of a guessing game. Are they going to use it on the first straight? Are they going to use it on the second? We don't really know. Melvin around the outside of the Ferrari there of Blake into turn 15. And to be fair to Melvin, he's made that work beautifully. But Restored Panda is on the gearbox of that Ferrari now. Melvin might have actually done these bottom 3 a favour here. And these bottom 3 drivers, they have fresher tyres, so they can, in theory, just get past. But Blake is going to get the repass on Melvin. Melvin's going to be swallowed here a little bit. Restored Panda gets through. Will Hulkenberg get through as well? No, they are still side by side. Melvin is in front of the Red Bull. And it is going to be a slight battle here with Restored Panda and Blake as we go down into turn 9. Where will Restored Panda look to go? Well, he looks to go down the inside of the Ferrari. Can he get that move stick? Still side by side momentarily, but I think Blake has just held on as Hulkenberg there now goes around the outside, has the inside on the Alpine of Melvin. A bit of a lock-up there from the Red Bull going into the hotel section. And you can just see how eager Hulkenberg is, slightly pushing Restored Panda there, having a bit of contact, I think, on the rear. Looks for the outside, does the Williams. Can he get the move around the outside? Still side by side. Blake has the inside, but I think Restored Panda just has the better traction and the better grip around the outside. They're still side by side as we head into the hotel section. And down the inside, Restored Panda holds it. And into P7 for him. Can Hulkenberg do anything here? Look for the switchback, maybe, on the Ferrari. Oh, we saw Rosas do it yesterday. Can we see it again? Oh, as Blake gets a huge snap of oversteer. That might even allow Mini Walker to get through. Not at the moment, but Hulkenberg has been dispatched from behind that Ferrari. It's 3 wide back here. Blake losing another place to Sanessy Fall there. Sanessy Fall trying to hold it around the outside. Melvin's all the way down in P12 again. Oh, bit of contact between those two, and that is Sanessy Fall nearly into the wall and nearly out of this race. Liam getting quite close to Moores. Round the outside is going to try into turn 6. And Moores is still there down the inside. Can Liam look for the switchback? And he is down the inside. Can he get the move? Moores on the inside. And look at Fisnick as well. He is still there. Don't count him out. But Liam easily around the outside. Yellow flags. That is Kieran. Hayes gets another 3-second penalty. Oh, and that's Moores there, half spun, and he's dropped a load of positions. I don't know if that was contact. I didn't see anything from where I was looking. But Moores down in P5 now. Oh, my days. Anyway, final lap. Liam down the inside on Fisnick into the chicane. Liam gets the move, and he is on more battery than Fisnick. So let's see the huge burn here. Fisnick, let's ride on board with him down the straights. Here we go. DRS on, battery on. Is he catching? Liam burning everything. Fisnick trying to give him a fight all the way to the checkered flag. Will he look for a massive send? No, he doesn't. Liam stays in front at the moment. Can Fisnick do anything into the final couple of corners, though, of this race? Liam is just pulling ahead slightly. Fisnick just trying to get close. Will he look for a massive send here? No, he doesn't. Goes a little bit wide, though. And I think that might be all said and done. Liam is going to come ahead and will stay in the lead. No penalties for him, so he will win no matter what. Liam will come across the line to win the first race in Abu Dhabi for Division 4. Fisnik finishes in P2 for Red Bull. And then Failing finishes in P3 for Mercedes. And PRT Pistol finishes in P4. Obviously, with time penalties, I have no idea how this race is going to pan out. But these are the positions at the moment. Moores in P5. Hulkenberg P6. Mini Walker P7. Santis Fall P8. Morgan Hughes in P9. Melvin P10. Restored Panda P11. Michael Lewis P12. Throne Globe P13. Keenan P14. Worldwide P15. Blake P16. Hayes in P17. And then it will be Jamo rounding off the grid in P18 with Kieran DNFing in P19.